Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Our scenario is Pyramids Under the Ice. It was written by Josh Harwood and his friend Jason West. Josh is the game master, and this is episode 7. Our recap will be given by Stuart Lively as his character David Palmer. So, without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Stuart?
What the hell are those? Napier, Jorgen. From the mud, look out! Dear God, what's going on? Dr. Z, where are we? Those terrible creatures, mud, madness. They kept coming. Bullets went through them. They consumed one of our security guards. We ran. Some of us climbed up the columns to escape to safety on the ceiling, where the rest of us were. But that was only temporary safety. They still came. We managed to delve deeper and deeper into this pyramid death trap. Napier and Jorgen made it up in time, along with a few others. Leroy, Angus, Dr. Z, and myself were already here on the ground, or was it the ceiling? I think ceiling. I'm sure it seemed like the ground. We hastily made our way to a deeper chamber, a treasure room, open sarcophagi, bodies in them, fresh bodies. We had precious little time, so we pressed on. Deeper we went. A study, books abound, but deeper still. We hear a tremendous battle behind us in previous chambers as Kane's security team fight for their very survival. I don't think that went so well. On, we must go on, away. The last room, some bizarre contraption, crystals set into it. Dr. Z grabbed them, taking care after being burned the first try. They got through. The mud tears shambling towards us. Dr. Z threw one of the crystals at them, yelling, "Shoot it!" I hesitated. Jorgen jumped at my gun to do it himself. I managed to keep control of my Beretta. Leroy and Angus were greatly opposed to shooting it. Dr. Z, Napier, Jorgen, they seemed to be in favor of it. Time was running out. I fired. I think Angus, and Leroy were right. When we came to, Napier, Jorgen, Dr. Z, and I finding ourselves transported into some horrible void. An ominous voice is there. It's toying with us.
Right.
Okay. Thanks, Stuart. That was good. Okay, so I'm going to start with Leroy and Angus first. So, you two have just heard this crash. The only other person with you is Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're, from assumption, something has got through that door. So what are you two going to do?
So my first question is just, I want to clarify. All of our bodies are covered, except for obviously just around our face. Like the rest of it, we're fully clothed, like snowsuits and all that stuff to keep warm.
Yeah.
So all that would be showing would be our face, but we've also got goggles to pull down and like scarfings to pull up. So there'd be no skin showing.
No, there'd be no skin showing.
Now the soldier that touched the mud that got engulfed, did he touch it with his bare skin, or did it just take a hold of him?
It took a hold of him.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that, so that's not gonna make any difference. Yeah, so I kind of look over to Angus, and I've got my guns out, and I sort of look at him like, I don't think these are gonna do too much, buddy.
They'll do enough. Which crystals do we have? We got the blue?
We got the blue and the green, I think.
Which one did they shoot? The red?
The red. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys have just the red, and Dr. Z has the other two.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, we've just got the red, which is the one they shot, and they've got the blue and the green.
Yeah.
They're shooting
Sam.
at that, man. They're shooting
Sam's kind of panicking a little bit. Sam's like, "What the fuck? What the hell?"
Leroy,
Yeah.
shoot the fucking crystal, man. Otherwise, we're gonna die here.
Like, but we don't know what they could be dead.
What's the choice? What's the difference? We die by this mud shit, or we pop the crystal and possibly end up wherever they went. We already sent our two.
Are we hang on, we need to work this out. Okay, so we went upside down. We've been traveling up, correct?
Yeah, you've been traveling up the pyramid, basically. But
How far did we walk down?
So
have we been going up or down?
you've technically been. If you're going if you're going from the surface, you're going down the pyramid, but how the pyramid actually is, you're going up the pyramid.
Okay.
So
we went down the thing, we went up onto the ceiling, and then we've been traveling up. So technically, we should be going.
Yeah, you've been.
So the surface is. We're near the surface.
You're near whatever surface that this pyramid is being held up by. The actual surface is where you came from, by the actual.
Yeah.
So you've been moving down from the ice, but you've been moving up the pyramid. If that makes any sense.
No, it doesn't. I was going to say we could try and blow the top and see if we can make to the surface, but yeah. Look, I mean, I don't know, man. Can I do an idea roll of some kind to try and? Because I'm just not sold on the shooting the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do an idea roll.
I'll do an idea roll. Okay, I got a 24, which is that's a pass. It's a hard pass.
Well, obviously, you know that shooting the crystal is an option, but obviously you do not know what happens if that goes off. It's been a little while since the crash, so in your mind, if this mud is after you, surely it would have come in.
Yeah,
already. That's kind of in your mind. You're kind of maybe thinking, what if it's not the mud that got through that door? But then you're a bit confident.
So I've got the crystal strapped up on my pack. Okay, I'm gonna like, Angus, you got my back?
Yeah, I've got you, man. You know that. I've always had you.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door real slightly to see if I can see through and see what might have crashed through. And
yeah, do you want to do a spot hidden for me?
Sure. 33, which is a hard pass.
Okay. Yeah, you see that the door is like bent up and it's by the wall. So whatever did it did some force.
Yeah.
But there doesn't seem to be any sign of anything in that room. And even because the door is wide open and that wasn't, there didn't seem to be anything from your visible perspective.
Is there any mud?
No mud at all.
Did you say there was like books and stuff in this room as well?
Yeah. There's like books.
Okay. I'm going to grab a book and then like throw it into the room to see if anything like reacts to it or anything like that.
Okay. When you throw the book, there is gunfire. Like something shoots.
Something shoots the book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I know what direction the gunfire is coming from. Like I can tell which way the book gets shot.
Yeah, it's coming from like possibly just round the corner of where the ladder is. So whoever's got an angle on the room, whoever it is.
Okay. Nice shooting.
Who the fuck is that? Who's still alive in there?
It's Dr. Curtis, Dr. Angus, and Sammy.
It's me, Kane. Now,
Kane, how the fuck did you get out of there?
Well, I found something, but how do I know you're not one of them?
How do we know you're not one of them?
I'll prove it. You just see his gun slide across the room.
Okay,
and he just walks out with his hands up to you guys.
Okay, I'm like, okay, Angus, get ready to shoot. So I kind of open the door, and I've got my hands up as well, and I say, "There's just the three of us left. There's a teleporter in there. We got the Carlyles and Thorn and stuff. Thorn's with. So we got the Carlyles, Coral and Kim. We got them out on the teleporter. The other three, I think they blew up. I think Jorgen, Palmer, Napier, Dr. Z, and Thorn, I think they shot one of these crystals, and they evaporated themselves up. They're fucking gone. So it's just me, Angus, and Sammy left.
Well,
we thought you were the mud.
No. I don't know what happened. I just touched this object, and the mud just, like, retreated away. One of my crew came up to me, tried to convince me. I shot them, and the bullet went straight through them.
Yeah, we had the two trackers come into the room. We had the two trackers come in, and we shot them, and it went straight through. And then that's when they threw this crystal thing they found in the room. They threw it at him, and then they shot the crystal, and that's how they all blew up.
Leroy.
Okay.
The crystal.
Yeah.
When they put it near the mud. Remember, the mud moved away from it.
Yeah, like it moved away. Yeah. So what was this object you found?
He kind of pulls down. It seems to be like a necklace of some sort, and there's like a blue kind of diamond-looking thing, but it's not a diamond. So it's kind of shaped like a diamond, but it doesn't look like any kind of diamond that you've seen before.
And so what made you touch this thing?
I heard a voice. It just told me to touch it. I know it sounds far-fetched, but mudmen, for God's sake.
Yeah, but hey, look, you don't have to tell me. I think we need to try and get out of here.
Hey, how do I know you're not mudmen?
Leroy, touch the crystal that he's got. They won't touch the crystal. You touch the crystal. Just touch your finger.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, touch it.
He hands out.
Well, you don't.
Oh, I really don't want to do this. So yeah, I'm gonna take my glove off.
Okay.
And if something happens, Angus, you shoot him.
Okay.
And I'll touch the crystal.
Okay, so as you touch it, you feel fine, but then all of a sudden you just hear this voice in your head, and it just goes, Don't let him escape. Don't let him escape. You can trust the handler of my artifact, but don't let him escape.
Who's him?
You don't get a reply.
What are you talking about, Leroy? What do you mean, who's him?
I can hear the voice. I said, Kane, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Who's him? Has he told you who him is?
I think it might be a she. I do not know, but him. No, he didn't tell me. Just kept saying him.
Okay, well let's make this easier. Angus, touch the crystal so that you can be getting them.
I'm not gonna touch your fucking magic crystal, man.
Why the fuck did you get me to do it?
Because we needed to see what happened when you touched the fucking crystal. I'm not gonna do it myself.
Sammy just touches the crystal. Sammy touches.
Yeah, okay. Sammy, touch the fucking crystal.
Yeah, he. You guys hear the same phrase that you two, so Leroy
Yeah.
and
You guys are really
Kane
making me out to be the asshole here.
Yeah. Well, you.
This is the kind of shit right here. It's the same thing that happened back in Cincinnati. And that's
Okay,
it.
do not bring up Cincinnati. Okay, I told you. I thought it was a chick. Okay, just calm the fuck down.
Give me the fucking crystal.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
touched the crystal.
You hear the exact same phrase that Leroy heard. Just repetition of "don't let him escape" and stuff like that.
I'm putting my glove back on. You guys.
Yeah, so I'm putting my glove. You see what I mean? You see fucking crazy shit. Let's get the fuck out of here, okay? Let's.
Yeah, just stay behind me. The mud seems to go away.
All right. Yeah. So I'll bring up the rear. We'll put Sammy right behind Kane. Angus, and then myself in the rear.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the other 4.
David, cover your eyes.
So you 4 can look at map 3 if you want.
Map 3. Let's see.
It's like a little village.
Yeah, map 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, the unnamed buildings are just houses.
What? And were we teleported somewhere else
Yeah.
on Earth?
By the way, the park is quite big. Just to
So we're in the park. Okay.
We're not feeling like we want to take our clothes off or anything, are we?
No, I think you're more confused as anything.
That's good.
What?
Like Fawn is scratching his head, like, what the hell?
Is there anybody near us?
Well, yeah, there's like children walking around and
Adults.
a few people.
Are there any
walking around.
adults nearby?
Yeah, there are adults with like watching the children.
Excuse me, but
Dr. Z, do you really think it's a good idea?
well, how else are we going to find anything out? We seem to be lost.
From you don't get any reply from them adults, but all of a sudden, like a woman walks up to you. She's got like long red hair, and she kind of just walks up to you and just goes, you must be the new recruits.
We haven't been recruited for anything.
Well, you must be.
We are new, but not recruited.
You're in the recruitment circle.
Well, where
when
is
you
this place?
see, there is like a sandstone circle that you guys like stood in the middle of, but there's dirt in that sandstone circle. But you're kind of stood in the middle.
What country are we in?
What country are you in? You're in Antarctica.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yes, you are, my child.
And who, madam, might you be?
I am
Need
Petra.
to work on my Norwegian accent.
I am Petra.
Petra.
Yes.
That is a man's name in Greek.
Yes, but
Peter.
it can be a woman.
Okay.
We don't care about.
I am not exactly sure how we got here or why this is happening, but you say you expect some new people here all the time with your recruitment center.
Yes.
Is there somebody we can talk to that can explain all of this to us?
Well, you can. Either I am one of the council members, but I guess you could talk to our head of council.
Well, we just need an explanation. Can you give it to us? Where are we?
You're in Antarctica.
Well, yes, but obviously this is a place also. What place?
You're in Piravale. The town is called Piravale.
What do you all do?
Ah.
What do we live? This is where we live.
And what do you have to do with the Pira company?
What company? Pira company. We have nothing to do with any company. We are independent.
So, Keeper GM, are the people milling about mindlessly? Are they hypnotic? Are they Doing ordinary people in a park stuff.
Yeah, they're just doing ordinary people. Some are stopping and chatting. There's a guy reading a newspaper. There's kids being kids. Just people being people.
But when we spoke to someone, they didn't respond. Were they glassy-eyed? Did they appear to not recognize us, or did they just not respond?
They kind of just looked up. They would have looked up at you and then just gone back to what they were doing. They weren't really...
I would be interested to see what's in their newspaper. Is it of towns around? Can we? Is the guy with the newspaper nearby?
The bench isn't that far away. Like it's.
I have a question for the GM.
Yes.
When I turn around, what's behind me? Oh, more naked people. They're everywhere. No, I mean, when I look, obviously, away from the village in the other direction, what do I see?
You see, like, I like snowy, like, humps, like in Antarctica, like you got mounds of ice and that in the distance.
So it's like the valley just turns green as it gets closer to us.
Yeah, but one thing you all do notice is every so often, and especially when you've looked behind you, is there seems to be these lampposts around that emit like a really, really bright light.
David, I think that we
So-
have Narnia.
The bright light.
So this is some sort of... please proceed, Mr. Palmer.
Oh, pardon me. The light, is the light shining in towards us in the park area, or is it shining out to sort of cloak the area if you're outside the park in the snow?
It's kind of going all the way around, 'cause it's kind of like the lamppost, and then you've got the little like bulb at the top, and it's kind of going all around.
Oh, it's 360 light.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's some sort of barrier.
Yeah.
But they are.
So we are in some sort of oasis.
It appears to be.
I have a question, ma'am. So are we at some distance from our facilities? And this is why we are in this oasis, or is this just... How the hell did we get... Where in Antarctica is this place where we find ourselves right now? Perhaps I would ask also, what year is it right now?
2025.
Are you all from the outside and you've come here?
Some of us were born here. I was born here. She looks about 40, by the way. Like
How long has this been here?
years and years.
Well,
We're
yes.
waiting hundreds of years. We're waiting for him to come and give us life. again.
Who's him?
You're not worthy of knowing his name. You have to become one of us first.
Yeah.
One of us, yeah. I don't like
You
to
know,
think this.
the library has ancient videos, television, and movies from years ago. We've been discussing many of these myself. There was an episode in the original Star Trek, something like that, Being of the Body. I tell you what, I don't think any of us actually want to join your little hippie commune and become worshipers of whatever. Do you capitalize all three letters in him?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you kindly tell us how we can get back to the camp that we were at?
Now, you can freely, it's literally just behind this park. You just keep going north, you go around a little bit, and you reach it. We're not that far away. But I would appreciate if you join us for some tea.
How about some Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
We have fresh lemonade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll take a rain check on that one.
Are you sure? We can't tempt you.
Yeah, no. As Jesus was tempted, so am I going to resist you.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can freely leave. We're not going to stop you.
Gentlemen, what do you think?
Leave.
Well, I have naked woman. May I please have a moment with just my companions?
Oh, yeah, yes. I'll just... She walks away a little bit.
Okay. I can tell I have some lag going on, so I apologize for that to the players and the people at home out in TV land. Unfortunately, I think just leaving and going back to the camp may not be the best option, or, I mean, perhaps for our safety, but do we want to accept this responsibility for preventing him and his plans from culminating? I believe if we're going to do that, we have to stay here in Wacko Land.
I vaguely remember from last week. Sorry, but Josh, don't we have to like stop them from communicating with the outside world, or is that why?
I could. Yeah, you were told about stopping them
Keep him from getting the crystal.
Exactly. Okay.
And you were given
Oh, yeah.
You were given that
Okay.
code that was
And something about destroying a power station or a...
Okay. Well,
yeah, radio.
What if one of us go with her and distract her while the others go and take care of this power station?
And we know where the power station is?
Well, we'll distract her at least.
You know, the least we can do is have a look around, see what's...
Well, if worse comes to worse, I volunteer myself.
To convert or to kamikaze?
Kamikaze.
Well, can we see the broadcast station from here? I mean, does it stick up?
Like is there like a satellite or something?
Oh, because
Not a
of
satellite antenna.
Because of his bright lights, yeah, you can see if all like tall buildings, and yeah, you can see an antenna in the distance.
Okay,
you can see the church as well.
Well, there it is over there.
Let's all wander about. Let's go with the woman, see what she has to say. I don't want to drink any lemonade.
Agreed.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea.
We're away from them, so we can whisper amongst ourselves, correct?
Yeah, we're whispering.
Yeah.
I still have a couple packs of dynamite. We could take this out. That tower.
Very good.
But we'll have to gain their trust to get close to it. I'm guessing.
Well, not necessarily.
Well, she seems to want to give us the 10-cent tour right now. However, we are in this circle where there is soil. I don't know why it's not grass like everything else, but perhaps if we step outside this, then suddenly we become like mindless zombie naked people, which concerns me also.
I will test that, Diddy. If I become a mindless zombie person, pull me back into the circle.
Very well.
And I step out of
I wish I had some rope.
You step out of the circle.
I'll get to hold up his scrubs just in case.
You feel fine. I feel fine. Yeah, you feel fine.
I step out with Dr. Z then.
Yeah, might as well go.
Follow suit.
And Patrick follows as well.
But we want to make it clear, we are not joining you. We want to understand it before we make a decision.
Yes. We will go to the town hall, but I will give you a short tour, just of the area. So she kind of, when you pass people, she kind of just does that to people, and some people she just does that to. And she takes you to the library because there's like a sign on it that says library. It's like, this is the library. It has all the knowledge that we have over the past many years. All the knowledge we have gathered.
You have books?
Yes, we have books. We have DVDs. We have all sorts.
May I take a look around?
I would like.
Feel free to take a look around after we've had something to eat.
No.
It's just a quick stop tour.
Yes.
So if you follow her, she kind of just starts to go off again. So
Okay.
okay.
So you look to the library. I should like to see if there's actually anything in there that
I agree.
significance, but we shall go on from here.
Okay. So the next stop, she says, "This is the sheriff's office. If you have any issues while you are here, feel free to go and see him."
So you still have crime in your paradise.
And it's not really for stopping crime. It's to ease. They help ease the new recruits, if you get what I mean.
I'm afraid I do, yeah.
Yes. We don't have any crime here. We have a zero tolerance for crime.
Having no crime and having a zero tolerance for crime are two different things.
Yeah.
One causes the other.
Yes. Well, she kind of is. She kind of acknowledges what you said, but she kind of just keeps going. Follow me.
And if she's far enough ahead and I can whisper to these others, I say, we need to make sure we can get out before we are trapped here.
Yeah.
These seem like from what she just said, these could be like
Dictators.
witch burners. They will, once we say no, they will. God knows.
Yeah. What will end up constituting crime that we may do
Only
or fail
those
to
who
do,
conform.
like not drinking tea?
I mean, who's to say that we leave and they don't come after us?
Well, at least we have a running start and we can fight. But people,
Well,
I think we'd be overwhelmed.
He just shouts back, hurry along, hurry along.
I casually checked. I still have my MP5 inside my coat and my Beretta aside.
Yeah. All your equipment is still there. So, if you're following,
I guess
if
we
you still,
catch up.
I'm following her.
she brings you to this. There's like this section. It's kind of got this. It's square and there's water. It looks like a fountain, but it looks like it should be a fountain. But there's steps, and then if you look down, you'll notice it's a well. But she points out that this is our well. It's where we get all our water from. And if you go just over there, we've got our clinic, we've got our general store, we've got a pub, we've got the church, we've got the school, the power station, and the broadcast station.
Do you import stuff? Your food, your alcohol?
No, we grow it.
So you produce alcohol here?
Yes, we produce alcohol. In the pub, they have in the cellar. Make their own alcohol.
And broadcast station? What are we broadcasting? And to who?
That's none of your business. That is our own business. If you become one of us, you will know.
One of us.
And then she just points out, this is the town hall. If you'd like to follow me in, and we will get something to eat.
Just very quickly at the well, I cannot help myself, and I have my stuff with me, I assume, or some of it. I would like to just take a quick sample of the well water.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's still good. She kind of actually looks at you do it, but she looks very happy as you do it. Like
The sentient water that invades everybody's soul.
I do not drink any, however.
So as soon as she says about the town hall, I'm gonna go back to Angus and Leroy.
All right.
Okay. So Kane has started to descend the ladder down.
Yeah.
Or ascend, depending on whatever. So he goes down and yeah, it seems clear down there. He's kind of got the amulet out. He's got his gun pointed out.
All right,
And-
Sammy's going down after him.
Yep, Sammy's fine. Sammy looks a bit shaken, but that might be because he is high as a kite. But you know, so is it?
I'm down
Curtis
behind
or-
Sammy.
Yeah, cool.
Or up.
And then Curtis.
Yeah.
So yeah, you find no issues. Like if you just keep following Kane, like you don't stop at all, you find no issues. You get back up to or down to that first floor you were on.
Yeah.
The very
Into
first,
that-
when we first came down the stairs from normal, correct?
Yeah. The very
So
first.
we're in that chamber. Okay.
Yeah, but you're in the
Is the door
chamber
open?
where you're in the chamber where the staircase, not the staircase, where the ladder is. So you're in that small. You've just
Okay.
got back to that section, and the doors are open.
Guess we go up.
As explorers, you kind of feel like something's off here because you haven't seen any of the muds. You haven't seen anything. It's been very smooth sailing.
Can I do a spot hidden or something just to see if there's any?
Yeah,
You
can do a
know?
spot. Yeah, you can do a spot hidden. You could both do one if you want. Okay.
I just got a standard.
Okay. Okay. So, you don't see anything out of the ordinary, to be honest. It just seems like there's nothing here except from all the bits and bobs that are already around and stuff, but no muds, no nothing. Considering a lot of it was following you beforehand.
Yeah. I kind of don't want to go and check the other rooms and see if the mud's back in the sarcophaguses and stuff, or has the mud just gone out? Has the mud just kind of gotten up through the stairs and left?
You have not a clue, and Kane doesn't have an answer to you. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Leroy, don't go back in the chamber that we came out of. Let's go the other side.
Yeah, no, I'm saying let's go. Let's get the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go to the
Yeah.
second
So-
chamber. I think it's labeled second chamber, so we'll come
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, you go through. It's fine if you
Yeah.
keep continuing and come into that first chamber. It's fine. And
Now, is all their shit still in the first chamber where they set up shop originally, or the secondary team that had come in?
all the stuff is there, but no one is there. Obviously,
Okay.
all the stuff is set up and everything.
Leroy, before we get out of here, do we need any of this stuff?
I look around. Is there anything I can see that we would potentially need? Sammy, do we need anything?
And Sammy's like, not really. We can't really be lugging around any of this. I've got like basic stuff in my bag, but
Okay.
All right, screw it.
No,
Let's go
we're good.
up the stairs.
All right.
okay.
Out.
So you go up the stairs, halfway up the stairs, and you start hearing that voice again. I was just like, no, don't go up there. It's a trap.
Okay. Hold, ads, hold it. The voice. Well, you guys can hear the voice, so we all
Yeah.
hear. It's a trap. Okay.
Leroy, I kind of feel like an asshole
Why?
because we're running away. Everybody, and we were just. Look, man. It may not be just the one night thing with Kim. We sent her away. You sent Coral away. Everybody
Yeah.
that was with us is now away.
Dead.
And here we are running away. And it has nothing to do with the voice. If you can hear me, it has nothing to do with you talking to us through your crystal. It has nothing to do with that. But seriously, don't you just kind of feel bad for running away?
Well, I mean, I don't. what are we running away? Like the others blew themselves up by shooting a fucking crystal. We don't know where we've sent Coral and Kim because we sent them away in the teleporter. We don't know where. My thought process is I'm going to go find them. I need to go and find where we've sent them. But to do that, we need to get out of this fucking pyramid. But we can't. But the voice is telling us we can't go up here because it's a trap.
And
And
just goes, fuck the voice. Let's just go up there.
no.
We can handle it if it's I doubt it's going to be the mud, and they can't get us anyway.
Then give us the crystal. You can go the rest of the way out of the pyramid.
Yeah, you give us the nick, the shot, the thing.
I take the crystal.
Cool. Yeah, Angus has got it.
Okay, yeah, he just passed you, and Sammy's like, I'm going to go with Kane. I'm sorry, guy, but I'm going up there.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Let's follow them up a little bit so we can, like, I want to keep them in my sight because I want to see what, like, you know, or hear what might happen.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, they go up, and, yeah, they just go up. They kind of go around a bit because obviously the thing is to the side of the entrance.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they go into the building. They seem fine. Can you do a listen roll for me?
02.
92.
Oh. Balances out. So yeah, Curtis, you hear nothing at all. Perfectly quiet. Not even
Too quiet.
Very, very too quiet. There's not even wind or anything. It's just very quiet silence.
Okay, I relay that to Angus. I'm like, dude, it's too quiet, man. I can't hear the wind. I can't hear any noise of the snow. I can't hear any. They're not making any noise in the building. It's too quiet. Shit, that's why it's too quiet.
I'm just fucking with you. It's good.
Yeah.
Right. So, man, if we're gonna, now that they've left, I guess we're gonna be heroes.
Gotta put the capes on.
It's about that time. So what do we do, man? There's nothing all the way to the top of this pyramid. We just came all the way through and there was absolutely nothing. Where's this voice? I've got your artifact. Talk to me now.
Yeah, what do we do? If we can't go out here, what do we do, voice? Tell us how to fucking get out of this place. How do we stop him?
Yeah, okay. Go back up. There's a way to the tip of the pyramid.
I've heard.
Fuck me. Okay. All right.
It says we got to get to the tip, Leroy.
Just the tip.
That's how you get in.
Just the tip.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go to the fucking tip then.
All the way. Let's go.
All right.
So as you guys go back down,
we're going balls deep.
Can you do a spot hidden for kind of around and behind them? Can you do a spot hidden?
That is a standard pass.
72 is fail.
Oh god. Okay, so Curtis, Hawkins kind of just continues, but Curtis, you hear a scream, for Sammy's scream. You've heard it, and then you just see Kane at the top of the staircase. He's like holding his neck, and then he just falls down the stairs and tumbles by you both. Can you both do a dodge?
Angus, step to the left.
Can you both do a dodge roll for me, please?
82. What's with the twos? That failed.
Yeah, I failed as well. I got an 80. I got a 47, which is a fail. Hang on, is it? Wait. Yeah, just as. Damn. Oh,
Okay.
no, I did. I passed.
Okay.
Yeah, I did pass. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you step out of the way, but Hawkins, you got quite far down anyway because you weren't paying attention. So his body just rolls into you, and you kind of slip down the rest of the stairs.
Fuck. Ah, it's Kane.
And there's like
Yeah,
blood.
and I heard Sammy scream as well.
Did you say there's mud?
Blood. It's
blood.
Blood.
How can we see how he's been killed? Like, if I run down to him and try and check his body for
His
bullet holes.
His neck's been slit.
It's time to go.
Okay.
Leroy. Let's get to the tip.
Yeah, let's get to the tip. Sammy, I heard Sammy scream.
Let it
Sam,
go.
I don't think
He
he's
was high.
okay.
He probably didn't feel a thing. Can we just get?
Let's get to the fucking top. Right. Can I grab if Kane had any like grenades or anything on him?
Yeah,
did he have his?
He had dynamite on him as well and stuff.
Sweet. I take all that. Does he have his rifle with him? His machine gun?
Yeah.
Okay, chuck that to Angus, because I've got my rifle. So we take all of his kit, and I go, sorry, buddy, and I throw like $1 on him, and I go, keep the change. And then we.
Before I go back to the other four, can you both do a look roll for me as you're gonna head back? You do a look roll.
That is a pass.
Okay.
The hell is a look roll?
Luck.
Luck.
Oh, it's how I always get this.
Time tonight.
No, don't worry. You're not the first one. I get this all the time.
I failed it.
Okay. Well, I'll come back to you too. I'm going to go to the other four. So, Petra is stood by the door to the town hall. She's actually got it open.
Well, what the hell, Dr. Z and Mr. Palmer. I think Dr. Napier, right, is with us.
Yes,
We
sir.
might as well go in and see what happens.
All right.
Okay. Okay, if you all do, just head in. Patrick is with you as well. And as you enter, it's the town hall. You've got this. It's open, like the whole. It's just one giant floor, and the roof. It looks like it's like 3 stories, but it's all open. Like there's no staircase up. It's just one hole, and there's a massive chandelier and everything. It's very elegant in there.
How many exits am I noticing? Just the doors we came in from?
The doors you came in, and there's a back door in the corner, and there is a door to what you can, because there is a little like slight roof, but you can assume, because there's a dining table near it, you can assume that could be the kitchen or whatever for in here. But it's like a to your left, there's like a council set up. So you've got like a desk with one a bit higher up with a chair, and then 2 chairs each side. And then there's a like meeting circle around.
Is there anybody here besides us 6?
Yeah, there's people wandering around, like just wandering around. There's people going in and out that door near the dining table. And they're all naked.
Does anyone? Well, of course. Does anyone seem to be engaging in any sort of official business, or are they just randomly wandering around?
There are people. There are some like in front of the door where you are. There's like desk areas, and there's people like chatting, and there's people doing paperwork and using typewriters and stuff like that.
I have a question for you, miss.
Yes.
It seems to me that everything here is very much like any community that you might find anywhere else. You have a newspaper, you have a radio station. Why don't you have clothes?
It's the way of life. We believe in freedom. We believe that everyone should be free to be who they want to be.
But naked.
Yes,
Okay.
everyone chooses to be naked.
Well, why not just have this place somewhere with that more people so you can recruit?
Well, we always get new people. We get new scientists from the research base who come and join us out of their own free will. And we get people in general at their own free will, like you
I have
guys.
to say, in our brief experience, the people from the research base don't seem to actually come of their own free will. They seem to instead be somehow drawn into some hypnotic trance and then wander in. We have not noticed anyone saying, "Oh, you know what? I think I will take off all my clothes and go off to La La Land." That's magically I know exists. That doesn't seem to be happening.
Don't worry, I've got maybe a friendly face. And Connor comes by. He's the security officer who was with Hawkins and Curtis. Palmer knows him. And he's naked and he's there. Oh, guys, you've come and joined us.
Honor?
Yeah.
But why?
It's freeing. They were just, I met one of them and I was like, why are you naked? And I was like, why don't you come and see our community? And I haven't left since. It's been enjoyable.
But what about your family, your friends, everything you left at home?
No, they can come join us. They're planning on getting my family to come and join us.
Ah, so that was another question I had. Is Petra still there as well?
Yeah. Petra stood next.
If so, so I will address this to both Connor and Petra at the same time. So other than the research station and in Antarctica, which you claim is just right over there to the north, it sounds as if now people do come here from other places. So if I were saying like Pittsburgh, I could just like get my clothes off and wander into this place from there.
Yes, we have circles all over the world that people find themselves drawn to, and they come in. Come and join us.
Do you have a religion?
No, I wouldn't say we're religious. We take in people of different beliefs, but we are not a set religion.
Yes, but you are waiting for him.
Sounds
Yeah.
religious to me.
He was the originator, the man who created this. The man at the top
And
of it.
Where did he go?
He was banished many years ago before any of my family line were here.
Well, then.
and
Some god of worship who was banished.
He's alive. We know he is. He speaks to us in our sleep.
so who is it that banished this man? And where are they now?
The others banished him.
And who are the others?
I do not wish to speak their names. She's kind of got very she was very happy talking about everything else, but now she's looks
All right.
annoyed.
Well, you don't have to tell me their names. I'm just wondering, where are they? Are they different humans? Why would they do this? Are they still around? Did you fight the war with them?
A war. No war. Just banishment.
Well, is it all right now if we wander about?
Yes. However, if you come back here in about 3 hours, you'll hear the dinner bell go off, and then you can come join us for some food.
Maybe we will do that. And I look at the others and I go,
Yeah.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Thank you.
Just to let you know, the man on top of the world has your gratitude if you join us.
We're seriously considering. Thank you.
Yes, we are weighing our options.
Yeah, she lets you freely go. Like, she just goes and sits at a desk and starts doing some work. Connor goes off.
Well,
Well,
Gentlemen, I mean, I think obviously, as you mentioned, Mr. Palmer, that we need to go to the tower and blow it to hell. But I would be actually curious to go to the library and see what
what
sorts
they
of books,
know.
information. Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
I would also like to go to the library, but Napier, you volunteered earlier to blow up the transmission tower.
I also want to figure out who is in there and who they're trying to contact. I mean, I assume they're trying to recruit, but
they seem to have some sort of advanced technology that transports. Oh yes, did not what's his name Peter say that the transporter was an old model? Perhaps the circle that we saw is the newer model of the teleporter, and that they have them all around
Well,
the
Patrick speaks
Patrick.
as you say that, and he's like, "This isn't a teleporter I've seen before."
Well,
just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not a teleporter.
You tell us why the whole town is named after your corporation.
Seems kind of fishy.
Or vice versa.
I honestly do not know. I don't know why it's called Piravale.
Well, then you've been kept out of the circle, so to speak. But what I was going to say, Jorgen, is perhaps the transmitter is what connects them with all of the circles. They said you could be in Pittsburgh and here. Perhaps that's the point.
Yeah.
Recruiting.
So the transporter may, or the tower may, in fact, be powering. It may be the transmission system. It's some sort of a giant Tesla transmitting device to power the gates.
Yes, and they are going to recruit everyone into their little witch cult.
Patrick kind of goes, "Well, I'm going to be having words with the man at the top of the building when I get back."
Well, if we make it back, of course.
The man at what top?
Wait, now who do you mean by that?
The boss at Pura Industries. We get told to refer to him like that sometimes.
The man at the top. Okay, well, if you're told to call someone the man at the top, and she's talking about the man at the top of the world, Pura and Pura, I'm thinking there's a pretty safe bet that there's the same man.
I've met him. I even met his two brothers before they passed away.
And what is his name? What is his name if he's the man at the top?
Oh.
Well, that's his...
Yeah.
Hold on. I forget.
Yeah, one committed suicide and one died of some horrible disease.
I have it on here.
This feels incredibly like a science fiction story in which somebody tried to create a perfect world and it is slowly falling apart.
Amos.
Amos, yeah. The
He's
youngest brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Amos.
I think we should blow the damn thing and get out of here. I don't know why we're obeying anything.
Well, we are rebelling by wearing clothes.
Is there a place that holds records? I mean, would the town hall be it, or do they have a record system, or?
It would be the library. She may have mentioned that.
Well, I would like to go. Ready?
As would I.
Yeah.
All right, let's go there.
I think we go to the library and then we blow the tower to hell.
Okay. So yeah, if you go straight to the library, people now are actually greeting you, like, new people, hello, welcome.
Welcome, friend.
Well, hello.
Why are you planning on joining us? Are you the new recruits? You hear that a lot from all the people.
We are considering it.
Good.
Very peaceful place you have here.
Well, we try.
Very good, Mr. Palmer.
Jeez.
And you get to the library, and you could go in.
I'm not sure I want to spend my life in a place with all these saggy boobies.
So, are you going to go straight into the library or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. As you go in, it's as you go in and there's a desk at the front and there's someone out there, and as you look up, there's like different floors, but it's all open, so all the bookshelves go all the way up and you can walk around at each floor, like there's different things on each
right. So there's not stacks where they're like this.
No, it's kind of just straight bookcase all the way up. Yeah.
If I understand the word correctly, I believe it's essentially a mezzanine effect.
Yeah.
So is there a
I
librarian?
use that word correctly.
Yeah, that you can assume that the person sat at a desk is probably the librarian.
Excuse me, Miss or Mister?
Like, oh, it's a Mister.
Yeah, I wasn't looking.
Don't stand up.
He's already stood up. He goes like this.
So, what do you have a section of the library where we can read about the history of this place?
Ah, yes. If you'd like to follow me, it's on this floor. It's in our seating area. We show off our history. We let the young ones come and read about it as well. We have it in child format if you would like.
I don't think that will be necessary.
Yes.
Do you have copies in Norwegian?
Yes, we have a copy in every single language.
Do you have a place of records?
Yes,
who's lived here?
On the very top floor, we have open. We're open about it. The records are on the top floor.
Well, I let everybody know that I'm going to go up there and they can go with them.
Okay. Don't sit on the same seat.
If I come back with my clothes off, shoot me.
So, Napier, you're going up.
Mm-hmm.
You could see the staircase, like the stairway up and stuff. And Jorgen, Palmer, Dr. Z, you're going to follow the librarian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you do, I will go back to Curtis and Hawkins quickly. Okay, so Curtis, you passed your luck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
And Hawkins, you failed.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that I need to remember because that's for something yeah. So you get up there and you're back in the room where the crystals were, and now that you know you're looking for something, thanks to the you actually can see like the roof does seem to close in more, and it does seem to be like a panel that maybe can be pushed in or pulled down.
Okay.
But you'd need a ladder or something.
Can we pull the desk from the other room into this room?
Yeah.
And then put it on top of the altar, and then.
Can you do a strength for me?
I'll help you.
Sure can. Get them guns working, lad. 26.
Okay.
Which is a hard.
And I got a regular pass on that to assist in moving the furniture.
Yep, you get it there, and you put it on top of that altar, and it seems about the right length. What kind of height is your character? How tall are you?
I think I may have actually written that. Let me just check. 6'1".
Yeah, you'd be fine. Yeah.
That's without boots on, and I'm wearing my boots, so I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be able to just reach up and either punch it or try to pull it. I'll just say after a little while you figure it out and you pull it down. It kind of comes down in a ladder form.
Oh, there's a ladder. Sweet. Yeah. All right. Well, I help Angus up onto the table altar thing.
I can get up. I'm up, man. I'm fine.
All right, well, let's climb then. So we start climbing the ladder that's come down.
What's
Okay.
out?
Wait.
Look out there. What do we see before we climb out there?
Well, that's what I've got to climb up it to be able to see.
It's a hole. Just look out the freaking hole.
Okay, I'm looking out the hole. Do I see anything?
What do we see out of the tip?
You see that the tip seems to be like glass, like some form of glass, and you can see like fish and stuff.
Fish?
Yeah, fish. But not normal looking. Some of them are a bit like deformed and stuff. Deformed fish.
This is the glass ceiling.
So I'm assuming are you continuing to climb up? No.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, this tip seems to be made of glass, and there seems to be a vast ocean around you.
With like really fucked up fish.
Yeah, and if you look down, you'll see the ice from where the base of the pyramid is. So you're kind of almost right. You're the other side of the ice, basically, but you're looking down as if it's...
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, hey, voice, the fuck do we do from here?
Hold on. I haven't described a horror. In front of like the hole that you came up, there is a lever.
Hang on, are we in like a submarine type thing?
It just
is there like okay? So there's a lever. Is there enough room for us both to get up in this thing?
Yeah, there's enough room for like 6 people, possibly.
Great. So we could have had the full party in here, but no, they had to shoot a fucking crystal. Fucking blow themselves up. All right. So Angus and I are in there. We close the hatch.
Okay.
And then...
Wait, Leroy, before you pull the lever, we should sing the song from Willy Wonka. Come with me.
Which one?
And you'll see a world of something, blah, 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 blah.
A world of pure imagination.
There it is.
Yeah, and then we pull the lever. Yeah.
Okay, as you pull the lever, I'm going to go to the other floor.
Oh, mother...
Okay. So before I go to Napier, I'll stick with you 3, and then I'll go to Napier afterwards.
Okay. What do we learn about the history of this place?
So yeah, you go over, and yeah, because it's all open, you don't need to do any rolls or anything. From like looking through the books and that, you read about this man on top of the world. He created this safe place for people to come and live because he didn't believe that the world was safe anymore. He wanted a safe haven for people to live in peace and harmony, away from the war and the savagery. And
to create a utopia, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And from what you're reading, he seems described as a very handsome man. He was very well dressed all the time. He seemed not from how it's described in the book. He seems not from this world. Like he seems like he was too ahead of time. This seems to date back like thousands of years from the start. But this describes that he's wearing like a tuxedo and stuff like that. That he's always dressed smart.
There are a lot of anachronisms throughout the time. Doesn't seem to make much difference here.
And it just goes on. People kept coming. They brought new people. They found a way, but it doesn't go into too much detail about that way to bring people. And you learn that more people came. People live in harmony, so people share houses and that. The houses are quite big, and they go underneath as well. So there's a couple of floors, basement floors, and you learn all that. and then it does go in. It kind of splits. Like that's part one. Then part two kind of goes on about how the man on top of the world was banished away because his brothers, friends, or whatever. It kind of is very vague. It's very vague with what it's saying. It doesn't actually like say who banished him, but maybe from what it's trying to say, it's like brothers or family or something like that that's banished this person away. And it goes on about without him, they seem to be lost. And they don't describe him as like a messiah or anything. They just describe him as the man who created this, and they believe without him they can't grow it anymore. They're just going to stay where they are.
Okay.
So on the surface, this sounds like a noble cause, but we're not going to hear any opposing view because this is their story. So if their story was actually built in a horrific manner, they're not going to be saying this. So I have great reservations as to the accuracy or of the completeness of this story.
True, but it does tell us a few things.
Before you go on, I will just point out the book. It does say that the book is written by Jeremy Acaster.
The comedian?
Oh, he's the guy. Wasn't he the guy that had we saw the journal in the study?
Yeah.
But he's all part of this in some way. So, I don't know. This is also crazy.
Well, didn't that include some sort of warning? I don't remember what he wrote in
He
his
said,
journal.
"Do not trust anyone. Do not trust
Well,
them."
that's pretty broad.
Yes.
But yeah, that's all you pretty much find out. Just it seems very pro this place. There's nothing negative.
Well, of course.
Yeah, of course. I don't think this place would have anything at all against this place.
So I'm going to quickly go to Napier before I come, and then we'll come back to you for it.
Okay.
So Napier, you get up there, and yeah, you can see there's like a thing that says records, floor of records, and yeah, you see they're all alphabetical and everything. It's very well ordered.
I'm going to look at what appears to be the oldest book there.
Okay. Yeah, you find the oldest like record seems to be of a person. Like it says, there's no name. It just says the man on top of the world, and there's a record of, but it says birth, but it's all blacked out. Like it's been blacked out. The birth of this person, and a lot of the info has been blacked out as well. Like there's nothing useful in this record about this person. However, on the back page, on the actual back, it
The
says,
book?
yeah, on the so when you flip,
flip the page. Okay.
and on the back of the page, it says "Praise Zainath." And that's all you get from that.
Do I see anything about what is her name, Ozymandias, or the other brothers?
Looking through all of them, you don't see any mention of any Pyrrha employees that you know of. Any like big
Founding members?
Yeah, you don't find anything.
Okay.
So yeah, it seems to just be everyone who lives here. You even notice Petra's one as well. And if you do look in any of them, it's literally just like date of birth. And if any of them have died, it will say their death in there as well.
Possibly could die.
Just records on all of them.
Tom, you're muted. I can't hear you.
No, I just was really quiet.
Oh.
I said, so they do die.
Yeah. Okay. Is anybody else up here or anything like that?
No, there's no one up here.
Okay.
No.
I'll just go back by everybody else.
Okay. I'll go back to the other three then. So, what are you three discussing?
Well, I mean, we've kind of found out what we want to know, unless there's more literature to go through.
If you do look at any other books, it's kind of just the same line. It never really mentions any full names. It's very like man at the top of the world kind of things. Like no one in them are named. They're all given like code names almost.
Go us. Pretty much, I was going to head up to Napier, by which time he'd already be done with us anyway, and I was going to ask him about vital statistics if people die, and
yeah, Napier. I'll say Napier comes and joins.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I found a man at the top, but everything's blacking out there on his record. No name, no nothing, just man at the top.
So it's redacted.
Yeah.
Yeah, blacked out.
Like,
yeah.
actually, how bizarre.
And you say the back of the book had praise Zainath?
It did, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, it's kind of clear. It could be him, but, I mean, who is him? Or it could be, well, this place is called Pyravale for a reason, I mean.
Let's throw it out there. Excuse me, Mr. Librarian.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
The librarian slowly comes along, but before he actually gets there, Patrick just goes, "It's fucking crazy," and he kicks one of the chairs and just walks off.
Good.
And then the librarian's like, "Are you okay, sir?" And he's like, "Fuck off!" And then the librarian just walks up to you guys. Oh, he seems a pleasant fella.
Not really. We can't stand.
He's an asshole.
I hope he joins your community, though.
He really said he wanted to.
We will have to press him on that one.
Please.
What can I do for you? You called me over.
Oh my goodness! All of this I have forgotten what I wanted. Let's see. And I look at Dr. Napier and I'm like, I think I should say it. You know, I don't say it that, but I give him that look.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you had any books in the library on Zainath.
Zainath? Who's that?
I don't know. We keep encountering this name. Praise Zainath.
No, never heard of it. And
No.
I would know. All my ancestors before me worked in this library. We passed down all our knowledge to each other.
So you don't know the name at all, no?
Nope.
Well, that's all I wanted to know.
That's fine.
Can I do a psychology to see if I think he's lying?
They could do a psychology.
Oh no.
I have a question, sir.
Yes.
We keep hearing about this man at the top.
Yeah.
Who is he?
He's the man on top of the world. He's the founder of this community thousands of years ago.
Thousands?
Thousands. Yes.
But aren't we on the bottom of the world?
Yes and no. He's on top of the world.
Looking down on creation?
You could say that.
The only explanation I can find. The top of the world. All right.
I,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And he kind of waddles off.
So
Guys,
Napier, Dr. Napier, you said that the god Zyneth that you recall is actually the god of destruction, right?
that is correct, Dr. Palmer.
Oh,
Mr.
Dr.
Palmer. Mr. Palmer, sorry.
PhD.
You're a doctor in my eyes.
Yeah.
What was the question?
What was the?
Yeah, you had a question for me.
Oh no, I just wanted to clarify that the god that you recall from your professional experience and recollection was just the god of destruction and deceit and such, correct?
Yeah, and it said that that he was coming back to bring destruction.
And also, you're unaware of if this god has any other capabilities, because
Yeah.
it's just.
So does it seem to you like now we're starting to piece together this mythology of the place, that this man came, he started this utopian society, but at some point they kicked him out because they thought they could do it better, who knows, and that he went away. But at the same time, we have Mr. Acaster,
Who tells us not to trust anybody?
who is probably telling us that he wants to destroy this community, and thus he is praying to the god of destruction, Zenith. Zioneth.
Yes.
So maybe he is actually trying to get us to destroy this place.
So we got to make sure we're not doing the bidding of the more evil entity here or whatever the hell's going on. We don't want to be foolish pawns in this.
But then again,
Well, they're both evil.
the
So
original person may have been cast out and left a legacy to destroy this place because what they have turned it into is not his original vision. I don't know. It's like
well, yeah.
well, how do we know that this Jeremy
I mean-
Ancaster isn't the man at the top? And like you said, Dr. Z, that he wants us to do his bidding, and we're just helping him.
But I think we can speculate all day, though, and we have, we can come up with 50 different options that might be true, but I think we just have to pick one and
I am thinking,
risk fucking up everything.
I am thinking that we should just go back to the ice and snow.
But destroy the tower, right? We don't want anyone to come to this place.
We don't
Yeah,
Lunatics.
I am all for blowing up the tower first.
I don't really care. Let's blow the thing up. Let's make sure there's no people there first. We don't want to kill people. That's not right.
Yeah, I mean, if we
I
blow
agree.
up the tower, I'm sure they can rebuild the tower. It seems like there's a pretty significant size community here. So that would it would stall them for a time. I don't know how long it would. If we do blow it up, we need to first make sure we have an extraction plan. We just can't blow something up in the middle of the town and then think about escaping.
Then again, yes.
Well, it looks to
Well,
me like it's on the very edge of the town. So,
Oh, it's on the edge. Nice.
yeah, we might be able to just go in the other direction.
Okay.
Supposedly, we can just go north and get back to our base camp, but this is assuming she's telling us the truth.
Why don't
Penelope or Panath or whatever her
we,
name
Petra,
is.
Petra.
Petra.
Why don't we take this as Peter? Her name is Peter. It's a woman named Peter. What if we don't
Petrol.
blow it up? It also means rock, stone. What if we don't blow it up, but we sabotage it?
Destroy the communication lines?
Yeah, maybe there's a big, giant, sketty crystal, and we just take that and...
You do have a code as well of some
That's
sort.
right, we have a secret code. That voice is still telling me he's from the sky.
Now, what?
Maybe we should split up. Two of us, a pair of us go to the power station, a pair of us go to the...
Yeah, we just look like we're wandering about.
Because there is a power station and there's a broadcast station.
Mm-hmm. So maybe if we go to the power station and cut the power, or
Wait
destroy it in some sort.
Wait a second. That is a church. Let's walk over. Well, that's toward the power station. But if that is a church, and she said they don't really have any religion, it's probably Protestantism then.
About distance-wise, how far is it between the tower and the power station? Is that like a football field, a mile?
Yeah, I'll say a football field length.
Yeah.
Not far at all.
Not far.
No.
It is a little community.
Yeah, and as from reading and stuff, it does go underground. Like there are like underground levels.
Okay, yeah.
To buildings anyway. So yeah, what are you guys going to do?
Well, we can't be trekking on foot north at nighttime. We will die.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Whatever we have to do, we have to act fast.
What time of the year is this?
Cold.
Yeah, it'd be cold. Yeah. It's gonna be cold. So.
Well, that's not. No, what I'm asking is, if it's the winter, then the sun's out all night long. We're in Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's.
I forgot what
it's day. It's the southern summer, basically.
Yeah.
What we would consider winter is their summer.
I think there's some.
Is there a sun?
Yeah, I think.
Where we are right now, is there a sun, or is it just
you can't
light?
You can't tell because of this bright light that's covering.
Okay. Well, I mean, was it daylight when we left?
Yeah, there was when you entered the pyramid at the start. It was light, but you can't while you're in this community you can't tell because the light is just all around like it's.
So if it's
just
if it's the summer solstice or the winter solstice, then it's either light or dark. Otherwise, it would be seen both. But whatever. All right.
So are either of these stations near that northern border that supposedly we can escape through to get back to base?
Yeah, she said that your station that you came from is just beyond that like range.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean like the transmission and radio.
You might, you might be able to use.
Because I'm just saying, if we blow the hell out of one, I would like for that to occur close to the border so we can slog on as fast as we can run in Arctic gear with giant heavy boots.
The closest to that would be the power station. Like the power station is the quicker way to get to.
All right, so I want to walk towards the power station, but I want to investigate the church on the way.
Okay.
Great.
And I will go back to the other two then, as you're heading off there. So, Leroy and Angus, we come round to what your luck roll was earlier. So, as you pull that lever, all of a sudden, you feel your skin starts to like move as you kind of go really, really, really quick. Like it just shoots. Oh,
yeah,
really
okay.
quick. And then it almost goes black for a second. Like it's almost like you're just gone unconscious. But then you regain. And Leroy, you're stood there fine, but Angus, you just feel the sharp, like, knife. You know what a knife is, at your neck. And Leroy, you see a hooded figure. Like, you can't tell who this is. They're in like this black gear, but you're in like a desert, not snow, like an actual sandy desert.
Oh, hang on 1 second. Let me just check one thing.
No, don't hang on. Shit. I got a guy with a knife.
Okay. Yeah. So as soon as I see that, I kind of like. So you said I'm standing there, right? And I turn back and I see that. I sort of spin so that I get down. I'm down on my knees, and in that spin, I've pulled both my Desert Eagles out. And I've got them on the figure, and I say, "You better be fucking quick, because I got both of these are gonna blast your fucking head wide away if you cut my boy."
I would suggest not doing that.
I would suggest you put your knife down, buddy.
You don't know what's going on.
Well, put the knife down and maybe explain. This is not the way to make friends.
I'm not here to make friends.
What are you here for then?
I'm here because you've got too close.
We've got too close. Too close to what? We just want to get the fuck out of here.
Hopefully, the man on top has dealt with your friends. But now I
don't care about any man on top. Like I said, me and that guy you've got in your clutches there, we want to find the ladies and get the fuck out of here.
They're probably dead as well.
Not dead.
They're not dead. We know.
We have people everywhere.
That's fine, man. But there's no reason to cut my throat over this shit. I really just...
And to prove a point, he says to you, Leroy, he kind of just, very, like, superhero fast. Like, before you've even blinked, like, there are knives in the end of the barrel, blocking it. Like, you didn't even see him throw them.
So he's taken his hand away from the thing, and
No. He's still... But his other hand is out, like he's just thrown. But you didn't even see him throw them.
Okay, so
if you wanted me dead, I'd be dead right now, Leroy.
So hang on, are my guns are broken, or there's just blades in the end of them?
There's blades like in them. So if you were to fire, like,
all right, well, I'll I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, and I'll just pull the blades out of my gun, for starters. Jeez, you didn't have to do that. Jesus fucking Christ.
I was proving a point.
It's
what, that you're the Flash? Well done.
You just don't understand what's going on.
And of course I don't understand what's going on. None of us understand what's going on. We just want to get out of here.
Well, I'm going to have to take your friend.
The fuck?
No, you're not. No, you're not going to take my friend. Trust me, you do not want to take my friend. You take my friend, then yes, I am going to become a very big problem for you.
Oh, just give me a second. And he kind of points at you. And Angus, you see Leroy disappear.
Do I still have the knife at my neck?
Yeah.
What'd you do with Leroy?
They'll take
Just to
care
clarify, have I actually disappeared? Have I actually disappeared?
Yeah, you I'll tell you where you are in a second.
Cool.
I'll tell you where you are in a second. But so Angus, you're kind of in this desert area. You've got a knife to your neck, and it's like, "You're gonna come with me.
Okay.
Just follow me. Any funny moves, and you've seen how quick I can throw a knife."
Well, it's not like I'm crazy athletic, man. I might walk funny, but I'm not going to try anything. I'll go. I'm not going to fight you.
Follow me. And I'm going to go over to the other four very quickly. So, as you four get towards the church, all of a sudden, you've got Leroy just stood there with two guns.
Leroy!
Fuck!
Can everyone do a like everyone, because like
Pass.
Yes.
I would have passed earlier, but now since my sand's so low, I fail.
people who pass just take one.
Yeah.
So who failed?
I failed.
Okay. So Curtis, Napier, and Z, you passed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just waiting.
Surprisingly, I made it as well.
Oh wait, so I was doing that as well. 1 sec.
Yeah.
Good.
Everyone's doing it.
Yes, it's a pass.
Okay, so Hawkins and Palmer, can you take D6 for me?
Oh no.
Oh my God! Just from seeing Roy.
Whew.
Yeah, I'm a scary dude, bro. I got 2 desert eagles.
Well, Palmer is a little bit on edge because he has taken so much. Like,
Oh,
Jorgen must be fucking done.
so
I'm not far from it.
How many did you take? Okay, how many did you take, Palmer?
4.
Okay.
I'm down to a scary 28.
Oh,
I am
boy.
unstable. Unstable here. Not like
Is Leroy standing in a circle?
Nope, not in a circle. He just appeared out of nowhere.
Okay. Leroy, it is us.
Fuck! Okay, shit. Where is Angus?
Where is Angus?
You tell us.
We don't know.
Okay. So I fill them in. I tell them about how we teleported the others out, and that, you know, we found Kane, and then we went down and then back up again, and he got killed and Sammy's dead, and I said we got up into the bit with the ocean, and then we pulled the lever, and then we turned up in the Sahara Desert or wherever the heck we were, and there's a guy with a hooded figure, and he's got his blades, and he can throw them really fast and shit. And then he points at me, and now I'm standing in front of these guys, and there's a bunch of fucking naked people walking around.
We went through a white void. We ended up here. We went to the library. We talked to a lady named Petra. Everybody's naked. They tried to feed us lemonade and food. And
and the man at the top owns this place.
And the man at the top owns this place.
Yeah.
They have a big
Of
library.
the world.
Well, yeah, okay. The guy in the hooded figure, he said that that the guy in the hooded figure will deal with you guys soon. He's the bad guy. Whoever the heck he is, he's in charge of making sure the shit goes down. So let's find out who he is. I'll put a fucking bullet in his skull, and we can get the fuck out of here.
Well, we've been told 2 things. One is we are going to blow up something, and then we are going to, apparently you can just walk back to the camp, the
Don't believe anything they've told you.
station. I don't believe anything. This is crazy wacko bananas.
Can I? Is there a role I can do that? Because you know we saw a bunch of naked people walking around. Well, I saw a bunch of naked people walking around in the ice, right? Is there any way for me to check whether, like, this is a mirage, and we're actually just standing out in the middle of the fucking ice?
You can smell the flowers.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. Like, you don't need to roll. This is real.
I think, and the place is called Piravale. I think that this is a technological thing that has been created, and that it is, so far, everybody seems fine.
Is Patrick still with you guys?
He's
walked off.
Oh, good. If I see him again, I'm literally killing him.
I
Leroy.
don't think that he knows anything. He's completely out of the loop.
Leroy,
that's what he wants you to think.
Maybe, but
we also saw Connor too, Leroy.
Okay. All right. Let's blow this shit and get the hell out of here. I need to find Angus and Kim and Carol.
I agree. We need to make this, not this place, but
well, look, I've got more dynamite, so you guys do that.
You're all going to not like what I'm going to say, but what if Angus cannot get here if we blow up the transmitter?
I don't want
I
Angus to get
wondering
here.
the same
I want to get
thing.
out of here and then go
But
find it.
You said he was in a desert someplace. There is no. You said a sandy desert? What, the Sahara?
Well, it was just a desert. I was in a desert, and then there was this hooded figure, and he had Angus.
See, we've determined that there are circles that they can teleport to different parts of the world. They have DVD.
I wasn't standing in a circle.
Well, it might have been something else, but they have modern technology. They have DVDs. But
And I look down on my feet, and I'm like, and I'm not standing in a circle here either.
let's just blow the fucking thing.
Yeah, right, okay.
So
okay,
I would say
Dr. V, you're with me.
I shall by the church.
Yeah.
You do hear like a preacher going, "Praise the Lord" and stuff like that in the church from where you are by the door.
Well, I'm going to go check out the church.
That does sound like
I'm literally going to go out.
Actually have one specific religion.
Does it look like
I'm going to kick the door open. Yeah, 100%.
No, don't kick the door. Don't be disrespectful. But does it look like a Christian church?
It looks like a church, but you can't really tell. Like
There's a cross on top, or no?
There seems to be a symbol of every religion, like on above the door, like every known religion.
I see. So maybe the preacher is reading.
That's a hell of a lot of little pictures.
There's a lot of even like Jedi religion is on.
Let's be respectful. We'll open up the door. Be quiet. Don't shoot the priest unless he has tentacles. All right.
Yeah. So as the door opens, you actually see there are like different, like in this church, every religion is represented, and at the front, you see like obviously one preacher doing stuff, but then you see like a rabbi and all like different holy men, and they're actually like dressed. It doesn't look like they've got anything else underneath. It's just they're wearing robes and all the like normal.
Do the robes match the robes from the guy in the church in the desert?
No.
Okay, good. Because otherwise they're all dying.
But see, and there's loads of different, like, all the people in, like, the pews and stuff like that are naked, but they all seem to be, like, of different religions and stuff. So
is the priest and are they naked?
They'll be naked underneath their robes, but
okay, they usually
they're just wearing the robes of their office.
Yeah, but they haven't got, like, a top or anything.
They're naked.
They haven't got like a top or anything underneath. So
it looks like some sort of universal communal church, which is not too different than what we have in 2025.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've been teleported to Unitarian heaven.
No, I think he's Trinitarian, but they're not fighting. All right. Do we want to actually talk to anybody in here, or do we want to just walk up?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to some people. How you doing, folks? I'm here. I'm the man on top. I've come down to speak to you all.
I'm not. You're no point rolling anything because they're like all of the like preachers and all that. They all say at the same time, "No, you are not, you disrespectful person."
Oh no, I am. What makes you say that I'm not?
I am going to put my hand.
You got to have faith, brother. Brother, you must have faith. You must believe.
I'm sorry.
Leroy, shut up.
I'm going to back away.
Sorry for interrupting your service.
And they all say at the same time, "You can literally at the same time. You can come and join us. Come sit down."
They literally all say that at the exact same time.
Yep, at the exact same time.
Creepy.
Okay, where are all of these? Like, where are my crew? Are they still by the door?
Well,
I am
got my
backing
hands
away.
on you, trying to push you towards the door.
Rain check.
I'm disassociating myself.
Okay, so I'm like, guys, get through the door. Get through the door.
These
Oh, I am
people are
gone.
just people.
Okay, so they're through the door, and I'll be like, I'll tell you what, I'll join you in just a sec. And I throw a thing of dynamite into the pile of people, close the doors, and run like fucking hell. Yes, son! Yes!
Can you do a throw roll for me, please?
Well, I'm walking out of this place.
I think that Leroy has just.
Oh, one! Oh, one! Yes!
Oh. So yeah.
Just missed the church or inside.
Yeah, you hear and all the windows around shatter. But none of the church seems to fall in or anything like that, but you do hear a few screams inside.
I bet. Okay, guys, we should
I
probably
think it's
go.
time.
We need to get going.
I think it's time to run away.
Communication
No, I'm not
tower.
sure which.
Spike it on the way out.
Yeah, let's go. Let's blow. Let's go. Let's motor. All right.
And
Yeah,
you
the
see
the transmitter.
you do see naked people like running around. They're like, "What's going on? What was that noise?"
Oh, well, you should have seen it. The guy from on top, he just blew up the fucking church. It was crazy. Oh my god.
Everyone's just panicking. Like, they didn't even pay attention to what you said. They're just all panicking.
So I think we run like hell to the transmitter.
So, are you going to the power station or the broadcast station?
What's closer?
I think the transmitter.
Or we can do both because we've got dynamite. Both got dynamite.
Well, that's true.
Closest to the church that's right next to it is the power station, but the broadcast station isn't too much of a trick.
All right, so we should probably. I highly recommend to tackle the power station. Does it look like just standard transformers? Is it electrical, solar? Can we ascertain what's?
It seems to be a building.
Gas?
Seems to be a building.
Just a building.
It seems to be a building. You don't know what kind of power they're using, whatever it is.
Oh,
it's
so there's no
inside.
tower or anything
Not for the
coming
not
out
for the
of the
power.
building.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
well,
may
hell.
take time to figure out how
However,
to blow this properly. The tower
broadcast-
would be much easier.
The broadcast station does have like an antenna coming out.
Yeah, that's a logical target, but inside a power station, we'd have to know what to blow in it.
Yeah. And I don't imagine the door is unlocked. I honestly believe the transmitter is more important because that's what is going to be used to summon the man on top of the world. The Wizard of Oz.
Dr. Z, David Palmer, and Jorgen, you guys go into the power station, try and find where to blow things up. You do that. I'll take Napier and we'll go blow up the antenna. Okay, let's go. Napier, you're with me. Let's move.
Great.
Okay. So before
Do we have any sort of little thing that we might try to, let's try the doorknob, and then I actually do have some skill with locksmith, which
Kick the fucking door in.
perhaps
We don't have time for lockpicking. Kick the door.
Is the door weak enough to just kick in?
Palmer, shoot the fucking lock. Open the door.
The door is locked?
No, they're open. The door's open.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, okay.
Well, never mind.
Go
You
in.
should just interrupt me
Look
then.
left, look right, move in.
So Jorgen and Palmer are going to the power station.
And Dr. Z are going to the power station. Yeah.
And,
Curtis
yeah.
and Napier, you're going to the broadcast station.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go to Hawkins.
I'm coming for you, buddy.
But before we actually, I'm just going to say, you all will have noticed in that like mess of is the door open that Dr. Z has wandered off and you can't see him. He's just wandered off. And I'm going to.
Shit.
I'm with Hawkins now. So.
That was a pretty cool move with the knives you did earlier, man.
Yes. Yes.
Is that earthly or is that like a supernatural type skill?
Shut up. Just be quiet.
Okay.
You see that He seemed, from what you gather, he might have some kind of voice changer because the voice kind of changes between different voices, like every time he speaks, so, like every sentence he says. Sometimes it's a female's voice as well. Just keep walking.
I'm walking, man.
And you keep walking, and then eventually, just in a split second, you go from walking in a desert to now in a jungle.
I'm sorry, did I just stroke out, or did we move from a desert to a jungle?
Don't question, keep walking.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, there's monkeys and everything, and there's a flowing river as well as you're walking. And again, you walk and walk, and then split second, you might freak, but you find yourself you're walking on water. You're in the middle of an ocean and you're walking on water. Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
There's so many questions I want to ask you, man.
Wait until we reach the destination.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you keep walking, and yeah, again, instantly, like you don't even blink, and you go from walking on water to now you seem to be looking down, like you seem to be walking in the sky, like floating almost, but you are able to walk. And you can see buildings below you and stuff like that. Just keep going.
I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm walking with you. Can you take the knife away? I'm not going to run, man.
I've had the knife. You've been like that, but the knife hasn't been on your neck for ages, my friend.
Oh.
I say my friend very loosely. We're not really friends, are we?
That's cool, Jeremy. We're good.
What did you call me?
Well, that's your name, right? Yeah, there's no need to have the hood on, Jeremy.
No, it's not. I'm not Jeremy.
I'm going to call you Jeremy. Is that okay? I don't want to...
You can call me whatever you want.
Excellent. You will be Jeremy from now on to me.
Okay. So, yeah, you keep... You keep walking, and it's like, okay, Angus. And then you find yourself in, like, a countryside. Like, a vast countryside.
Are we walking on the ground, or are we still in the air?
Yeah, you're on the ground. You're on the ground now.
Jeremy, this is probably my least favorite track. That was incredible. We walked on the air. We walked on water. I've only known a couple of people to ever be walking on water, and now you and I are both on the... We're walking.
And we're going to quickly go through it because you do a few more. You end up in a canyon. You end up walking through a tundra and various other random things. And then you reach a house.
Is this your place?
You can say that. And he opens the door and says, "Come on in."
I go in.
He closes the door. And he says, "Take a seat on the couch." All that's in there's a fireplace. And in front of the fireplace, there's a couch, 2 chairs, and a small coffee table. But they're all very close to the fireplace. And there's nothing else in here. There's obviously some lights around, but there's nothing else in there.
Nice. It's a nice place.
Just take a seat.
I'll sit on the couch.
Cool. And he snaps his finger and you start moving down. And
both of us, or just
me? Yeah. You're moving down. Like he sits on one of the chairs.
Nice.
So we're nearly there now. We're nearly there. You'll get your answers.
This is a lot cooler than my place.
I bet it's a crappy little apartment.
There's no reason to judge. Not all of us have such an incredible credit rating. Predatory lending was a son of a bitch back in the 2010 era. And not all of us have recovered.
Well, if you stop now, please go through the door. And you kind of come to a stop and there's a door. Go through the door. I'll be right behind you.
I'm going to go through the door, Jeremy, but I don't believe you're coming behind me.
No, I'm coming behind you. Oh, no.
I'll go through the door.
Yeah, you go through the door. And, he's literally right behind you. He shuts the door behind you. And you find yourself in, like, a tunnel. And you keep walking. And then you come into this oak like it's proper, like it's circular, like there's no corners or anything, and it's just wood going up and around. And you're in this room, and there's like a little step, and there's an altar there. No one else in the room, but there are two other doors, like making a Y by the altar. So almost the doors are like curved round, so they are like to match the circle shape. And he's like, please sit down on one of the chairs. There are chairs there.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to sit on the altar. But sure, I'll take a chair. Absolutely.
And he takes a step up, and he's like, now you can know who I am. And he takes up his hood, and I'm going to go back to the other five.
All right. Well, now that I jabbered on about the non-existent door, what do we see in the the generator building?
So, yeah, Jorgen and Palmer, you were in there. You were going in there, right? Yeah.
Yes, we're searching
because
for...
Dr. Z just wandered off.
Okay, so, yeah, you two in there. You see, it's very weird. Like, you've got there's some generator. It's just one room. There's some generators in the corner. There seems to be some weird pipes bringing some weird reddy blue liquid.
Okay, that's promising.
Well, that could be disastrous.
Well, how big is this room?
Just like your average, like, normal room. It's not very big.
20 feet by 20 feet?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so one of my two small bundles should be able to wipe this room out. Like it's like a little 3-stick dynamite cluster with
there's no one else in here either. So.
Okay, so what do you think? 90-second delay and get the hell out?
Yeah, that would give us plenty of time to get to the transmitter where the other ones are.
Okay.
And hopefully get Dr. Z in tow.
All right.
Do the generators look like regular, like wire wound, move around a magnet, like, or well, whatever the hell would exist in this 2025? I mean,
no, there doesn't seem to be anything like that. There don't seem to be anything that can mean that anything in here gets messed with or anything. They're saying the generators don't have anything on them. There's nothing like
they're
that.
just fully enclosed metal things.
Yeah.
Okay, this should still do the trick, especially these pipes. This here.
Would you please take one of your firearms and just very gently go tink tink on the tubes to see if they do appear to be glass?
Oh, sure. What happens?
Nothing. It's just you just make a noise and.
But does it sound like glass? I mean, we're hoping that the dynamite will actually break something.
Oh yeah. It's definitely like it's thin and it's definitely you're gonna blow it up.
All right, let's do it. We gotta press. We gotta do time's against us. 90-second delay. Tuck it in a corner near, I guess, the pipes where the pipes go into the first generator.
Okay.
And 90 seconds. Let's get the hell out. Jorgen.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay.
So you two are doing that. I'm going to go to Leroy. Napier, can you just? I sent you a message, so I'll just wait for Napier to get back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so Leroy, you're alone. You're by yourself. Napier's disappeared somewhere. All you see is a pile of clothes. Like where he
Actually?
was a second ago. Yeah, you see a pile of clothes.
Okay. All right. So I'm climbing. I'm going to climb. I'm just going to climb the building to the antenna. I'm not going inside. I'm just going to climb up and actually destroy the antenna.
Okay. So you're not going to go inside the broadcast station. You're just going to climb up. Can you do a climb roll for?
Yeah, you know I can. 11.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
Which is an extreme.
Yeah, you get up there, but as you're going up, you actually notice that none of the naked people are paying attention to you. They're all panicking at the church. And
yeah, that was my plan. So how many? So I used one stick in the church. How many did Kane have on him?
He had like a bundle, so we'll say 4, 6.
Okay, so I'm gonna basically strap them to each corner of the antenna.
Yeah.
Give myself enough thing, light it, and then bolt.
Okay. Can you do a luck roll for me, please?
Okay, 1 second. 24, which should be a pass. Let me double check. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You go down. There is a delay on them. There's like a normal delay on them.
I give myself a delay. Yeah.
So you go down, and you'll probably see Jorgen and David just running out of their building.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go to Dr. Z before we go to Dr. Z.
Okay.
So yeah, you reach the park.
She said that the station was in this direction from the park.
Yeah.
When we were first there. That's where I'm heading. I'm going to go to the barrier and look around and walk between the posts.
Yeah. Okay. As you do that, yeah, you get through fine. You find yourself cold, very cold.
Okay. Is it snow and ice?
Yeah, snow and ice. And it is light out as well. But if you do look behind you, there's nothing there. It just looks like
it's invisible.
Yeah. But yeah, you're just very, very cold at this moment.
Well, I have on my I have on my parka and my stuff.
So yeah, Napier, can you do a luck roll for me?
You're on mute, by the way, Jacob.
Okay. So yeah, Dr. Z, are you just gonna keep walking in that direction?
Yeah, hopefully I can find the station.
Yeah. Oh, like you walk. It's a couple of hours gone by, but you get there.
Ooh.
You see it. It just seems like how it was when you left.
I'm going to go to the radio and see if I can contact anyone.
Okay. As you get there, Mac's like, "Where the hell have you guys been? Where is everyone?"
It is insane. It would take me 3.5 hours to explain it all to you.
Oh God.
Okay. They may show up, they may not. I don't know what's going on. It was insane.
Okay, well, quick, Napier. I'm just gonna because Napier's kind of doing the same thing. So Napier, you will leave, but as you have none of your clothes, You are going to be extremely cold.
Should I roll survival?
Yeah.
Especially if Dr. Z had to walk a couple of hours.
Yeah, and if you don't know how far it is.
Yeah.
And you're not wearing clothes, you're fucked.
Actually, you got a hard 20.
I'm gonna get you to roll another couple as well. Roll 2 more.
How many? 2 more?
Well, now,
Yeah.
is he doing the same thing when I'm doing the same thing?
He's a little bit behind you.
Okay.
Which is why I got him to do a look roll to see if he actually came across.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I failed the second one.
Okay.
And another hard.
Okay. So yeah, you keep walking, but every so often you almost get a hint of a warm embrace. Almost. It's almost like someone is hugging you of warm air. Eventually you get to the base and you feel like you haven't been in the cold at all. You feel very warm. Very warm.
My God, Jacob!
Oh.
You managed to escape. Oh my
And
God.
he is completely naked.
Yeah, I throw some clothes around him.
I tried to blend in to get out of there. But I guess
What happened to the others? Do you know?
I left Leroy as soon as he was getting ready to destroy the communication center. I saw people running about, and I took off.
I could no longer stay there when he blew up all those innocent people. I can't think about that. That was insane. They've all lost their minds.
We don't know who to trust. We don't know who this Jeremy person is. We don't know who the man on top is. Who do we trust at this point? The only people we can trust is each other, and it looks like we can't even do that.
I have been trying to get somebody on the radio so that we can get the hell out of here.
Agreed.
I will say, as you've been trying to get on the radio, you haven't been able to get a hold of anyone. Like, you keep getting static and everything. Like, someone keeps disrupting.
As Dr. Z goes and makes contact or whatever it tries, I'm going to go find spare clothes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Mac probably brings you some anyway. He's just like, oh, here's some clothes.
Crazy, yeah.
Are they at the main base or the base that we went to go down the stairs?
They went to the main base.
Okay.
I asked Mac, I said, did you see any naked people around here?
Yeah. Oh, well, there was a weird thing, like a bunch
Besides me.
a bunch of naked people surrounded the base earlier. They were singing a song or something.
Did you hear what they were trying to say, or?
Not at all. I stayed in here. I had my weapon ready. I was waiting to shoot someone.
You won't believe it. We found it. We found their place.
It's fucking crazy.
I've been telling him some of the story. It's crazy.
All right. Fuck it. Right. I know where the stash will. Well, we've got one helicopter here. It's a bit damaged, but I know where the stash of fuel and that is. Maybe I can fly, so maybe we can get the fuck out of here.
Well, I think we need to wait to see what happens. The others might be right behind us. They were planning on sabotaging the...
I say we at least get it ready.
Yeah.
So as soon as they get here, we can take off, or try at least.
I can get on to that. So Mac just hurries out. And I'm going to go back to the other three. Hawkins, I haven't forgotten about you. I will come back to you. So Curtis, Jorgen, and Palmer, as you're all out there. And so what are you doing? Like, the explosion will go off shortly, but
I reckon I'd say to Palmer, now you said there's exits at all spots?
North, straight north is the direction.
That's what she indicated. Yeah.
So you want to go beyond.
That means we've got to run all through town. Is there exits the other way? Can we just run?
What Palmer will tell you is, if you go beyond the power station and keep going that way.
Yeah.
So from where you are, it's technically the south of the map, but it's north. But
all right, let's motor.
Let's do it.
Okay, keep up.
I
say to them as we're running, I say, I don't know what happened in Napier. I turned around and he was gone, and there was just a pile of clothes.
Oh, shit.
Can all three of you do that?
If he's alive and he's okay, I'm headbutting him in the fucking face.
You do dex rolls for me. Curtis, Palmer, and Johansson.
What are we doing?
Dex rolls.
Oh, okay.
I got a. Can I spend luck?
You can spend luck.
Okay, I'm spending 5 luck.
Okay.
Regular pass.
Just regular.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys run.
Accent is running out.
You run, and just as you reach the border between, you hear the explosion, but as soon as you cross that border, the noise of that explosion is gone. And if you look behind you, you'll see that there's nothing there, so it's almost invisible, so it just blends in with the landscape. I'm assuming...
And we all made it through.
Yeah, you all made it through. I'm assuming you're going to continue heading towards the base.
Yeah.
Yes. Post haste.
Okay.
There you go, there's my snow.
For the purposes, I'll just say you eventually get there. And Dr. Zenathan, you've probably maybe been trying the radio or whatever still, trying to get through or whatever.
Yeah, see if there's some way but at the other station.
And then these three will enter.
So you made it out. Did you blow up the power station?
Yeah, no thanks. No help to you guys.
Yeah, did you kill anybody else?
Just took out the power station. There was no one in it when we blew it.
They all work and praised for the guy who took my best friend. So really couldn't give less of a marvelous fuck about them.
Can you all do a listen roll for me? I was about to say spot hidden, but no, listen roll for me.
Oh, nothing.
28, which is a just normal pass.
16.
I got an extreme.
Which is...
I failed.
Regular.
Okay. So the people who passed, you start hearing singing from outside the base. And then Mac comes in and is like, fucking the back for surrounding the base. And then if you look a bit, one of the entrances, Petra is stood there. And she's like, why did you run away?
She said we could leave.
You really think I meant it? And then all of a sudden, like, her right and left arm just elongate, and her legs, like, her back legs become like almost like hound legs. And so they're obviously at that angle. And then her arms just get bigger. Her head like morphs into this weird creature. There's also bits of mud dripping off her fur and that.
Leroy, shoot that.
She's a different creature. She's not a mud creature. And yeah, and I'm gonna go to Hawkins. So Hawkins, as he's taking his time, taking everything off, you notice that it's got very hot in this room. The wooden walls it's gone pitch black, except from you can clearly see the walls have gone pitch black, so you can see all the bits in there, like the altar and stuff. But it's like you're in a black room now, and he's slowly taking it off, and he's just like, I don't even think you're ready to see this.
I walked on water, man. So I walked on water. I walked on the sky.
You should. Angus, I don't think you should have come on this trip. And he just slowly takes it off. And stood in front of you is Sam Worthington.
Sammy.
And I'm going to leave it there for tonight.
You guys got high together.
Am I not shooting this chick?
I'm gonna leave it there.
Oh man, I was just doing the math.
Coming at you. I'm gonna leave it there. It's a perfect.
Bullets are moving through the air with little movement.
I'll do the math anyway, so that when we come in, I know how much damage. Because I'm like 2 Desert Eagles, emptying the clips. If I get hit, she's fucked.
Yeah.
As long as we pass our sands.
Plus the bullets are just bouncing off of her.
She's running at you, and Hawkins has figured out that the hooded man is Sam. So
how could Sam hurt me? Sam is my boy.
I think even if he goes crazy, he's still going to be squeezing triggers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Our players included John Byram, Michael Ray, Stuart Lipley, Zane Fleming, Cthulhu Bob, and myself with Josh Harwood as the keeper of the secrets. We're currently producing up to 5 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch that bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.